Jack Ma was rejected from more than 30 jobs. He failed many exams. Even the internet company he dreamed of was laughed at in the beginning. Yet today, he's one of the most famous business leaders in the world. This is the real story of failure, patience, and never giving up. Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba, one of the world's biggest online companies. But his life did not begin with success. His journey is one of the strongest examples that failure does not decide your future. Quitting does. Today, we're diving deep into the life of a man who turned constant rejection into a global empire. Jack Ma was born in Hangzhou, China, into a poor family. His parents were traditional storytellers and musicians, and money was always tight. As a child, he wasn't what you'd call a star student. He struggled, especially with mathematics. In fact, he failed the National University entrance exam not once, but twice. On his third attempt, he barely scraped by and managed to get into a small teacher's college, which was considered the last choice for most students. Many people looked down on him because of his weak academic performance. But while his report card wasn't impressive, one thing was incredibly strong in him: his confidence and his ability to communicate with people. He loved practicing English and would often ride his bike to a nearby hotel to offer free tours to foreign tourists, just to practice his language skills. This early hustle taught him how to connect with people from different cultures, a skill that would become invaluable later on. After graduating from college with a degree in English, Jack Ma faced a brutal reality. He started applying for jobs, and the rejections piled up fast. He applied for jobs at hotels, shops, and even government offices. He was rejected by every single one. There is a famous story he tells about a fast food company that opened a branch in his city. 24 people applied for a job there. 23 were hired. The only person rejected was Jack Ma. He was even turned down for a job as a serveress assistant at a restaurant because the owner thought he was ungood-looking enough. Imagine the humiliation. He once said, "I applied for more than 30 jobs, and I was rejected every time." Most people would have lost all hope after so much rejection. But for Jack, it was just another part of the journey. The turning point came in the mid-1990s. Jack Ma visited the United States for the first time as a translator for a Chinese company. There, a friend showed him something he had never seen before: the internet. He was fascinated. Out of curiosity, he searched for information about China online, and he found almost nothing. In that moment, a powerful idea was born inside him. He realized the internet was going to change the future of business and connect the world in a way no one could imagine. He saw a massive opportunity to bring China to the digital world. Full of excitement, he returned home and decided to start his first internet company called China Pages. It was essentially an online directory for Chinese businesses. He gathered his friends and tried to convince them of his vision. Back 10. Most people in China had never even heard of the internet. They didn't trust online businesses. They thought it was a scam. People told him, "This will never work." They advised him to find a normal, stable job. Unsurprisingly, the business failed. But Jack Ma didn't see it as a failure. He saw it as a lesson. He didn't stop dreaming. A few years later, in 1999, Jack Ma was ready to try again. He gathered 80 of his most trusted friends in his small apartment. In an infamous speech, he laid out his new, even bigger dream: to create a simple online marketplace that would connect small Chinese businesses to customers all over the world. He called it Alibaba. Most people still didn't believe in him. He approached investors again and again, and they rejected him again and again. They thought his idea was crazy and that he didn't have a solid business plan. But his 18 friends trusted his vision and his unwavering passion. With very little money, just about $60,000 pooled together, and a whole lot of faith, Alibaba was officially born in that tiny apartment. The early years of Alibaba were incredibly tough. For the first 3 years, the company made absolutely no profit. They weren't focused on making money. Instead, the team focused on building the technology, gaining the trust of users, and constantly improving their services. Jack Ma and his team worked with extremely low salaries, sometimes barely enough to get by. There were moments when they didn't even know how they would pay the next month's expenses. But they held on to a core belief that Jack Ma repeated constantly. If we solve people's problems, money will come later. They were playing the long game, building a community and a platform that provided real value, believing that profitability would eventually follow, and it did. Slowly but surely, Alibaba started to grow. Small businesses in China found that the platform gave them access to a global market they could never have reached before. Then, businesses from other countries started using the platform to find suppliers in China. The network effect kicked in, and the growth became exponential. Over the years, Alibaba transformed into one of the largest and most influential online marketplaces in the world. It became a powerful technology company, expanding into digital payments, cloud computing, and more. Alibaba became a symbol of digital business success, and Jack Ma, the man who was once rejected everywhere, became one of the most respected and admired entrepreneurs globally. So, what can we learn from Jack Ma's incredible journey? His life teaches us some powerful lessons. First, rejection is preparation, not punishment. Every no he received made him stronger and more determined. Second, failure is a necessary part of success, not the end of it. He failed in school, in job hunting, and in his first business, but he never let it define him. Third, confidence matters more than certificates. His academic record was poor, but his belief in himself and his vision was unbreakable. Fourth, big dreams require immense patience. Success didn't happen overnight for him. And finally, if you don't give up, you cannot be defeated. It's important to have a reality check here. Jack Ma's story is not about getting rich quick. It's a story about years of rejection, years of financial struggle, and an unwavering, long-term faith in a single, powerful idea. His success took him more than a decade of hard work, not just a few months. So, if you're facing rejection today, if people are laughing at your ideas, if you feel like you're failing, remember, Jack Ma was also rejected again and again. He was laughed at. He was told his dreams were impossible, and he still managed to change his life and the lives of millions. Your story isn't over yet. And if you want more real success stories and simple business lessons like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more daily knowledge. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.